We are recreating a new generation. But what exactly is xenofeminism? In Appropriating the Alien, a critique of xenofeminism, Annie Go speaks toward the concept of the xenofeminist movement, which began when the XF Manifesto was written in Germany in 2015. Annie Go is an artist and researcher that works with sound, space, and electronic media with focus on computational and generative art and relates them to their social and cultural context. She studied archaeoacoustics and sonic knowledge production and was a part of an ethnographic investigation which reconceptualized echo as a feminist and decolonial sonic figuration. XF, according to Go, is the foundation of a new and exciting feminist vision which is at ease with computation and that ultimately aims for the erasure of class, gender, and race. If nature is unjust, change nature. XF prizes the concept of anti-naturalism and the synthetic. Overall, XF gave a bold and daring approach to feminism, even though it was somewhat ambiguous. XF is a multi-voice manifesto started by a group of 6 women called Laboria Kubiniks. These women, who are a collective of cyber-feminists, artists, and academics, met in a conference in Berlin and discussed the role of women within the rationalist world, particularly mathematics and science. Their name is in fact an anagram of the name of a group of mid-20th century mathematicians. Similarly to the Accelerationist Manifesto, xenofeminism seeks to accelerate the process of technological evolution to avoid stagnant melancholy and reactionary ideals. Also, similarly to Marxist feminist Shulamith Firestone, XF attempts to reject the tyranny of biological reproduction as a fate of nature through sharing the importance of technological evolution. The focus on the increasingly technologized world helps those cope with the complexity of contemporary realities that are moving at an extremely fast pace. XF shares many goals with feminist technoscientists of the 90s that challenged masculinist-coded technological domains. This shows that XF is very much focused on trans and queer-led use of biohacking to attack the cis-heteronormative patriarchy. While XF is clear on their goal to abolish and reconstruct gender, there is less clarity when it comes to how race and class should be dealt with. The Greek xenos refers to strange or foreign. Go notices that there is a query around this prefix, especially since many seem to associate it with the word xenophobia. According to XF, however, the xeno is meant to allude to the notion of alienness. Go realizes, with the pressing issue of xenophobia in the context of white nationalism and Islamophobic feminism, it is difficult to immediately associate xeno with alienness in a positive light. The following sound you are hearing is from Annie Go's collection of cyber-feminist computer music called Gen D Trouble. The music she creates opens discussion toward computerized alienness in neither a positive nor negative light. The raw nature of her work gives people a sense of awe and discomfort. The duality of her work allows people to restructure and reimagine their own perspective on reality. Go uses waveform synthesis and algorithmic composition to discuss cyberfeminism and a queer feminism theory called gender trouble. The combination of the mathematical and generative aspects of computer sounds allows for the cis-heteronormative patriarchy to be easily critiqued. Generative power and the spectral nature of gender is explored with music, inviting conversation about gender rather than pushing to reinvent intersectional universalism. The following piece you are hearing is titled Meditation on Reproductive Labor. This piece samples a woman's scream during childbirth, leaving a visceral and spectral presence by re-synthesizing her scream. Another issue that Go brings up is XF's desire to rework the concept of universalism. These new universals, however, are delineated from Eurocentric universalism and are assured to be intersectional. Power dynamics, however, seem to be inherent within intersectionality, so should be therefore questioned and further clarified. The politics of alienation does not go in depth on how the alienation is meant to be approached or discussed. First off, the XF manifesto assumes that we are all alienated. This is in fact a generalization of social alienation. Secondly, Go mentions that the manifesto assumes that there is a common idea of being alienated as a woman. Using the term we as a universal term can be tricky, since the term includes a wide spectrum of people. So not clarifying the we is excluding many people who might not identify with the statements made. It needs to be made clear that this we is in fact those living in a modern patriarchal society that is most likely within a Western culture as well. Thirdly, Go believes that XF's goal to construct an alien future alludes to the figure of a sci-fi alien that includes AI, non-human consciousness, and objectified female cyborgs. Battle of Sexes excerpt uses probability functions to amplify Twitter battles between feminist and men's rights activists. The splice words that are spoken by voices that appear genderly ambiguous are spatialized as two competing teams left to be chosen by the algorithm to decide who is in favor. Leaving a winner of the gender battle to technology gives a chance for the battle to end or even seem meaningless. Fantasy.